What's up, everybody? We are playing 7 Days to Die, a little survival game with zombies. You have to actually craft everything or loot for everything, so it's a very grindy game. But I'll show you guys tips and tricks along the way of how to play, what to do, and a couple different house builds. Alright, let's get to it. First thing you're going to need to do is complete the missions there on the right side of your screen. The last mission will be where the location of a trader is, but that won't matter because you don't have any damn money probably. So for now we'll just go ahead and gather plant fibers to make that bedroll. At the beginning of the game you don't have to worry so much about zombies. It's not going to spawn them right on you whenever you first start out, so that's good. It'd be really hard to kill zombies when you don't even have a bow or a blunt weapon to hit them with. We're also going to want to make some clothing pretty quick because we're in the snow area. It's pretty cold. Looting wise, this is a good thing to find little tree stumps like this. Give me some food. That's good. There's also a little bird's nest randomly. I'll try to find one to show you. Another tree stump over here. We'll hit it up. I know I've already got plenty to build the bedroll. I'm just gonna gather a little bit extra. Nothing in there. A lot of times you find clothing or like maybe a knife. A bit of honey. I mean, that makes sense, I guess. You'll need to pick up these rocks as well. The little rocks on the ground, you just hit Y to pick them up. We are playing on the Xbox, so we do not have an Alpha 17 like people on PC do. It's an upgraded version. It is not out for console yet, or if it even is going to ever come out, so for those of you wondering, we do not have that. Go ahead and gather these little rocks. Need to hurry up and find a... Told you guys I'd find you a bird's nest. I need to hurry up and at least find one. They're pretty common. I don't know why I'm having difficulties. There's a flashlight. That's awesome. Because when it gets dark, it gets dark. Food. There's a piggy off in the distance. There we go. Some glasses, nighttime goggles. There's a knife, yep. The game's proving me right. Some of the more common stuff you find. I'm going to go back to this hilltop over here where I was. This is where I'm going to go ahead and place a bedroll and build everything that it's telling me to build. Alright, hit X if you're on Xbox to open up your menus. We're gonna craft a bedroll. I wouldn't craft it too much right off the bat because it's going to ask you to do it for the little mini missions over here. So I would hold off on that. We are going to go ahead and equip these glasses though, because that just completes the look. You can't have a comb over like this guy has, you know, with the split down the middle without having the glasses on. Rotate with right trigger when you're placing something down, and then left trigger to place. Boom, place the bed. I'm gonna go ahead and break down some of this stuff, and I'm kind of anal about things, so I'm gonna move this around to organize it a little bit better. The food can stay up there. See, like that, we're gonna want that in our quick select. Same with this. I'm gonna break this claim block down. If you're playing on a public server or something like that, you might want to keep it. But I don't, because I'm in a private match and I'm not worried about anybody messing with my stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and scrap it. What you do to scrap is you hit Y, and it'll bring up the menu that you see up there underneath land claim block, and then you hit right on the D-pad and it'll scrap it for you. I'm also going to put these up in the main inventory because I don't want them down here blocking my stuff. Okay, now we need to craft a stone axe. So I'm going to hit A on that and then up on the D-pad. Should craft a raw stone axe for us. And we still have not found a bird's nest. Looking off, I'm trying to look to see if I see different climates, different areas to live in. Because living in the snow is awesome, but because you can wear as much armor and clothing as you want and never have to worry about overheating. But it also kind of sucks because the zombies that spawn here are way stronger. You have to get headshots to kill them. Go ahead and craft all this. Here in a second, it's gonna ask me to equip it all, so we're gonna go ahead and go to that and just wait here to do that to make it happy. Any minute now. There's that. Okay, come on. One more. There we go. Wait for it to pop up on the screen. We can quick select this too. Boom, 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 and boom. Hey, we're moving right along. I think I'm gonna head this direction. I see a difference right there. You see how these mountains are white, and then right on the other side, it's probably gonna be a wasteland because that's my luck. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna run over there. These piggies are cool. They give you pigs, deer are your main sources of food. So there's one of those big bastards I was telling y'all about right there. Look at him. Huge, frozen. I won't mess with him. I'm gonna run on. He's slow for now. So there's a bird's nest. That's what you get out of there is feathers, eggs. Good source of food too. But you need to have raw meat in order to cook eggs and bacon. And it is pretty good. Ooh, that's a good one. Some gunpowder, health package, another honey. Honey's good for curing you if you're infected. It's kind of the natural antibiotic. I'm also a hoarder, just so you guys know. So I will do my best to keep everything. I'll make a box if I have to. Set it down, I'll come back and get it later. It's pretty bad. See, I like those shoes better, so we're gonna put those shoes on and scrap these shitty shoes. We also need to be looking for bird's nests. I probably missed stuff quite a bit. My eyes are on double time here, looking for threats. I feel like this is a good spot. Jump up here. If you crouch down, it'll tell you whether you're hunted, sensed, or undetected. I'm undetected, but you can see that guy. They have a memory pattern, so if they see you running, they'll go the same direction you were going for like 30 seconds before they finally get bored and decide that they're not interested in you anymore. So he followed me up until right about there, it looks like, and he's done. So now he'll go on his little walking around and just being scary looking. But I'm not being chased anymore, so I'm going to stay crouched just in case. Now we're going to go make a club, a little wooden club, make the game happy. I'm also going to scrap these arrowheads. We can make those later on, I'm not worried about that. Do not scrap your padlocks if you plan on making a mini bike, because you cannot make those. You can only find them or buy them. So I'm just going to keep that one. Night vision goggles are okay. They kind of hurt my eyes on here, so I'm not gonna use them. Oh, there's another source of food. Bunny rabbits and chickens. I would say they're in the same category because they're not a great source of food, but they're really, really hard to kill. They're little bitty targets, so you have to be a pretty good shot if you're gonna go after them. I'd recommend a hunting rifle, or sneak up on them with a bow and crouch so that you're not detected when you kill them. If not, I would just stick to the pigs and the deer. You can keep up with them and you can hit them with blunt objects if you're running. Oh, zombie bears and dogs, and then regular bears are also sources of sometimes food. You'll get rotten flesh from zombie bears and dogs, but the regular bears, you can get meat from them. They're just kind of harder to kill just because they don't run. They come at you and try to kill you. But they're not aggro to you unless you get close to them. These rocks right here are good for metal. If you're using a good pick, you can get nitrate powder from them, which you use for gunpowder. It's not bad. The more you craft, the higher your skill level becomes for most of this stuff. So you want to make sure you're crafting as much as possible when you need to, and you'll level up. When you actually put points in your level up, do not put them in. Here, I'll just show you. These ones here. So like say this one here shows that it only costs 1 point to put a level in it. You're only given so many points to level up your characters. If you put them in anything but the 10-point ones, so if you put any in the 1 point at all, you won't have enough to level up all your other stuff. So I would just level up everything that has 10 or 30 or 5. Leave all the 1 point things for them to level up itself. That's the leveling you get. It'll automatically give you those the more you do that type of stuff. So if you shoot your arrows a lot, you'll eventually, your archery level will get way high. So I wouldn't worry too much on leveling that up. I would refrain from doing so. And you can pull up your mini-map, zoom in and out, check out, see where you've been. We're going to go ahead and craft a bow and arrows. I would craft arrows first, because it counts as crafting a weapon when you craft arrows. So each individual one is considered a weapon. So if you make a bow first, you're going to make a level 1 bow. But if you make 28 arrows, like I'm doing now, when you make your bow finally, your bow will be a higher level. Just a little trick. If you gather a ton of feathers, you can make a ton of arrows out of it and then remake your bow, and it'll be that. It's just crazy because within a few game days you can have a level 200 bow if you make enough arrows for it. Go ahead and put our bow in the craft. There we go, we got 28 arrows for it. Alright, see now we got a level 19 bow. It's way better than the one. I can see a road up there. You see how the hill right there is split and it's really flat right there. I'm assuming that's a road. That's how I like to travel. It's So we're gonna go over there and follow the road.